This is VE1JBL. My name is Jim, and I'll be filling in for Robert tonight, who was actually out on his motorcycle. and just thought about the net about 15 minutes ago. So enjoy the motorcycle ride, Robert, and we're filling in for you. So anyways, I'll be your net controller for tonight's net. This net meets every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Atlantic time in the CQ Maritimes room 60207. The net is open to all amateurs in the Maritime provinces and is scheduled for 1 hour. The net is also streaming live on YouTube. Yes, Robert, I think Robert said he was actually being able to do that remotely tonight. So I think it is on YouTube tonight so that everyone can follow the net and participate in the chat room. Amateurs will be called in by province. When you check in, give us your call sign using proper phonetics. After all Maritime stations are called in, stations from outside the area will get a chance to check in. A reminder, due to the delay in the system, key up for a second or two before transmitting, and keep the PTT button on for a second or two after your transmission has finished. Okay, before we get started, do we have any announcements for the net? Over.
Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie Sierra.
Okay, Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie Sierra. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Jim. Thanks for calling me in, and go ahead and count this as my check-in also, but VE1 JBL from VE9 GCS. The word's pretty much out. I know you put it on Twitter there. Change of dates for the Marcy Flea Market in Riverview. Originally, we were told we couldn't have the second Saturday of September, which is the 11th, so we chose to go with the third Saturday, which was the 18th. And then I got a call last Thursday morning saying that mistake had been made, that they need the third Saturday for a Lions Club event at the Lions Club, which I guess would take precedence over the flea market. And they wanted to know if we were okay with going back to the second Saturday. So, second Saturday in November, which is the 11th, at the Lions Club, 701 Coverdale Road in Riverview. If everything, fingers crossed, everything stays the same. The numbers are down for COVID, and public health allows us to. We're planning on having the flea market. That's the announcement, Jim. Thanks. Have a good net. Best of 7-3 to all from VE9 GCS here in Dieppe.
Yeah, okay, very good, Ross. Good on everything there. And I assume it's September. You did say November, but I assume it is September. QSL.
Yeah, that would be a brain misfire. It is September. You are 100% correct.
Yeah, okay, very good, Ross. No problem at all there. And yeah, looking forward. I think you're going to be a busy flea market. First thing off the road here since COVID. I think a lot of people are itching to get out, and especially the hams. So I think it's going to be a busy day there. So I look forward to it for sure. Haven't been one into. I haven't been to one in Riverview. Used to go to all the ones in Shediac all the time, but never to Riverview. So looking forward to that one. Thanks, Ross, for checking in, and we'll put this as your check-in also. So 7-3. Have yourself a great evening there. Do we have any more announcements? Any other announcements for the net? Go ahead. Okay, nothing heard. How about any short time stations or mobile stations? Mobile and short time stations that can't stick around. One at a time, guys. Come on in.
Victor Yankee 2, Golf Foxtrot.
Victor Echo 9er, Sierra Delta Hotel. Victor Echo 9er, Foxtrot Charlie Papa Bicycle Mobile, VE9 FCP.
Okay, we'll start out with those three. I got VY2GF, VE9SDH, and VE9FCP. Francis, Bicycle Mobile, come on in.
VE1 JBL for the Maritime Fusion Net from VE9 FCP Bicycle Mobile. Good evening, Jim, and good evening, everyone on the Maritime Fusion Net this evening. Well, we couldn't decide if we were going to get out on the bicycle or not tonight. Kept watching that sky. The clouds are in. The clouds are out. Really hard to read. I took a chance, looked at the weather radar. It looked clear. It lied to me last week, but I figured I'd trust it this week. Anyway, so far so good. We're in the woods. That's the main thing, and we'll see how we make out. Thanks once again, Jim, for calling us in and for doing the net. Hope everybody has a great week ahead. 7-3 all around. VE1 JBL from VE9 FCP Bicycle Mobile in Bathurst.
VE9 FCP, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Francis. Thanks very much for the check-in there. And just a quick answer, Francis. How many kilometers do you usually put on that bike a day, over?
We try to do at least 17 to 20 kilometers a day. So at least I'm getting rid of that spare tire that I have. Hi. Back to you, Jim, from VE9 FCB.
Yeah, very good, Francis. Yeah, 17 to 20. That's pretty good. Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to do that too, because I got the same problem. Thanks, Francis, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening there, and stay safe out on the road there. Let's go top of the list with George, VY2GF, VE1 JBL. Come on in, George.
Well, good evening, Jim, and everybody on the net. I'm coming through Charlottetown. Well, an interesting weekend. Got set up at North Cape and maybe just shy of 100 QSOs, but I was right out on the very tip of Prince Edward Island. It comes to a real point there. So anyway, all in all, pretty good. So I hope everybody has a good week, and we'll look forward to the net next Wednesday. Victor Yankee 2 Golf Foxtrot.
VY2GF, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, George. I was going to ask you how you made out on the weekend there, so it sounds like you did a good time. Was that your first time to that location, George, over?
Jim, that is correct. That was the first time I set up at North Cape, where the closest we'd got before was a place called Tignish Run. And we spent the night at Northport, which is the port for Alberton. A very, very beautiful place. So that, all in all, a good weekend. Victor Yankee 2 Golf Foxtrot.
Okay, very good, George. I'm glad you had a great time, that's for sure. Thank you very much for checking in. Have yourself a great week there, and we'll talk to you again, 7-3 for now. Let's go up to, well, I'm going to say Sussex area. He could be mobile, he could be at a base, he could be anywhere. It's VE9 SDH, VE1 JBL. Come on in, Sky.
VE1 JBL in the Maritime Fusion at the VE9 SDH. Good evening there, Jim, and everyone on frequency. Really good to hear my old friend George there, and great to hear his work there with the lighthouses. And my goodness, I'm a little I'm a little feeling a little slack after listening to Francis there. I'm just mobile here in my truck, and I should have been on the bicycle this evening myself, but was looking at the clouds and chose the truck over the bike. I wish everyone a great week, 73 to all, and thank you there, Jim. VE9 SCH, I'll be clear.
VE9 SDH, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Scott. Good on everything there. Thanks very much for taking part. And the SUX repeater is working perfectly. No problem at all there. So 7-3, and we'll be talking to you down the log there for sure. Okay, before we open it up here, let's take one more round. One more round of any mobile stations or short time stations that like to get away. So mobile or short time stations.
Alpha Sierra, Victor Echo 1, Alpha Sierra. Victor Echo 9, Lima Echo November.
1 Juliet Whiskey.
Victor Echo 9, Oscar, Sierra, Kilo.
Victor Alpha 1, Bravo, India, Lima, Mobile.
Victor Echo 9, Papa Alpha Lima.
Okay, that's a nice handful there. I have VE9LEN, VE1AS, VE1 Zulu Bravo Mobile, VE1JW, VE9OSK, VA1VIL Mobile, and VE9PAL. Anybody else mobile or short time stations?
Victor Echo 1, India, Quebec. Victor Echo 1, Papa Sierra, VE1, PS, in just short time.
Okay, I also got VE1IQ and VE1PS. Top of the list. Well, let's go to our mobile stations first here. Mike, VE1 Zulu Bravo, VE1 JBL, come on.
VE1 JBL, VE1 Zulu Bravo Mobile. Good evening, Jim. Good evening, everybody in frequency. I heard Scott on there. I hope you're having a great evening, Scott. Headed your way tomorrow, headed towards Fundy Park. Not much to report from Oxford. Beautiful evening here, mostly clear sky and a light breeze, so it's all good. Thanks for doing that. VE1 Zulu Bravo Mobile.
VE1 Zulu Bravo, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Mike. Yeah, it was a great day, that's for sure. Very good. Thanks very much for coming in. Have yourself a great evening there. Let's go to Bill, VA1 VIL Mobile, VE1 JBL. Come on.
VE1 JBL, VA1 VIL Mobile. Good evening, Jim, and everybody else on the CQ Maritimes net there. No, don't have too much to add here. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow there, Jim, when I'm up your way. VA1 VIL 73.
Okay, very good, Bill. Yeah, we'll catch up with you tomorrow for sure. There, 7-3 for now. Okay, top of the list, VE9LEN, VE1 JBL. Go ahead, Lynn.
Yeah, VE1 JBL, VE9LEN returning. Good evening to you there, Jim, and to everybody on frequency. We had a beautiful day. It's cloudy here and there, but nice weather. It's still 24.6 Celsius here. And once in a while, the sun is peeking through the clouds. So outside of that, not too much else to report from here. Beautiful day, and I guess we're going to get a little bit of rain, they say, overnight. So we sure could use a little bit of rain for the gardens for sure. So outside of that, not much else to report. So back to you, Jim. Thanks for calling me in. 7-3s all around.
Okay, very good, Lynn. Thanks very much for checking in there, and 7-3 for now. Terry, VE1AS, go ahead.
VE1 JBL, VE1 Alpha Sierra. Evening, Jim, and all those that are waiting to check into the net. Temperature here at Pugwash Harbor was up in the mid-20s or better. A bit of cloud, but a very warm day, and the ice cream store was going crazy. So people are getting out of their houses. With that, back to net.
Yeah, okay, very good, Terry. And yes, I imagine it would be a busy day, that's for sure. Very good. Thanks very much for coming in. Have yourself a great evening there. Eric, the VE1JW, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Jim. Everybody else on that. Yeah, I just got a call, so I figured I would return here, check in early, and return the call. So otherwise, then we kind of turn the volume down and be listening with interest when we're not tied up. But anyway, beautiful day here. I've been working at my hex beam yesterday and today, and I think I have it fully assembled now. I just have to get all the elements adjusted and then probably go all over it and make sure everything's tight, and then try and get it up on the tower. I got a little bit more to do to my rotor up there. I got to do a little bit more seeding of the rotor, so I'm hoping another couple of days and we might be ready to shove it in the air. But the weather next week's not looking too good, or the rest of this week. I got some rain. I got an appointment Friday, and Saturday and Sunday going to rain, and next week going to rain. So that might put me behind a little bit. But anyway, we'll work around the rain showers, and hopefully the next couple of weeks we can get it up in the air and see how it performs. Other than that, not too much else from here this evening that I can think of exciting. That's my big excitement the last 2 days. Been playing out there with that, so been having fun. VE1JW.
Yeah, okay, very good, Eric, and I'm glad you got that up. I know you were working on it there, so and good luck with it for sure. There, 7-3 for now. Oscar, VE9OSK, go ahead.
V1 JBL, V9OSK. Good evening, Jim, and everybody on the Fusion Net tonight. We're handheld outside, walking around before the rain comes down. We didn't have the walk this morning there. We kind of took a shortcut. We went down to the clubhouse there, so I have to do it now, I guess. Thanks for calling me in, and thanks for doing that, sir. Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra, Kilo from the app.
Yeah, okay, very good, Oscar. Thanks very much for coming in there, one of our regulars. So, and thanks, and have yourself a great evening there. Paul, VE9PAL, come on in.
Yeah, VE9JPL. I think I got that right. VE9PAL here. This is Paul there from Irishtown. Yes, it's 24 degrees here. It's a beautiful day. It looks like it's overcast, though. It's like Oscar said, it looks like we're going to get some rain here, too. But other than that, no traffic here. You guys all have a great week and take care of yourselves. V9PAL.
VE9PAL, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Paul. Thanks very much for coming in. Thanks for taking part in the net. I just checked here not too long ago, and I see that besides the net controllers, you've been on most times on the net here. So congratulations. Thanks very much for taking part in that. I really do appreciate it there. So 7-3, have yourself a great evening there. VE1IQ, go ahead, Brian.
And a very good evening there, Jim. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of stuff to do around here. We're going to go, I got a medical appointment. I'm going to do some camping for a couple of days and try to get everything straightened around tonight. So we'll have this thing probably running in the background, but I won't be able to get at it. So just say, have yourself a very good evening, VE1 India, Quebec.
Yeah, okay, very good, Brian. I figured that pretty soon you'll be heading to the campsite there, so and you are, so good stuff. And that's probably where we'll hear you for the next couple of months there. Have yourself a great evening. Thanks, Brian, for taking part. And finally, last but not least, on the short time list, VE1PS. Go ahead, Peter.
V1 JBL and Group V1PS. Good evening, everybody. And as I say, just short time. I'm working from home here this evening, and wanted to put a count in. And that's about it, Jim. I'll turn it back to you. V1 JBL and Group V1PS.
Okay, very good, Peter. Thanks very much for taking part. Yep, I know you're always busy at home there, so I'm glad you took time to come in. Thanks very much, and have yourself a great week. Okay, that's the end of the short time and mobile list, so let's open up, and let's start with PEI. Any stations from Prince Edward Island like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net? Come on in. Okay, nothing here from PEI. Let's go to Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia, anybody in Nova Scotia that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net? Nova Scotia stations, come on in.
VA1 Victor to Romeo. Bravo. Victor Echo 1 Zulu X-ray, V1 ZX. Victor Echo 1 Zulu Echo. 1, Bravo, Bravo, Bravo.
Okay, we got a few there. I'll tell you who I have, and then who did I miss? I have a VA1 Victor Charlie, VE1 Delta Romeo, VE1 Bravo Bravo Bravo, VE1 Zulu X-ray, and VE1 Kilo Echo Victor. And you were very hit and miss, Kevin. So I'm thinking you're probably mobile. And I'll get you in here first. But is there anybody else from Nova Scotia that I missed out on? Nova Scotia stations, come on in.
1, Mike Yankee.
Victor Echo 1, Whiskey X-ray, Victor Echo 1, WX portable.
Okay, I got two more stations. I got Mike VE1MY and Derek VE1WX. Top of the list. Well, let's try and take Kevin. Kevin, you were very hit and miss there, so I'll take you first. VE1KEV, VE1JBL. Come on in.
Yeah, okay, very good evening, Jim. VE1 JBL for the Wednesday Night Fusion at VE1 KEV. Well, I am in the mobile, but stationary there. Looks like I have it on medium power, so anyway, hopefully you're copying me okay. I won't hold it up there either. Just letting you know that we're here, and it's 24 degrees in town, and what a gorgeous evening, that's for sure. We got the windows all down in the Jeep, and we'll be listening along here. Thanks, Jim, for calling me in. 7-3, and everybody have a great evening here. V1 ABL, V1 KEV.
Yeah, okay, very good, Kevin. And yeah, a couple of times it was a little dicey there again, but we got most of it there. Are you stationary in town, Kevin, or where you at? Over.
Yeah, just stationary in town. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, surprised. Receiving you guys really well.
Yeah, okay, very good, Kevin. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there, but I'm not sure. Anyways, we got you. No problem at all there. Have yourself a great night there. 7-3 for now. Top of the list, VA1 Victor Charlie. Go ahead, Don.
Yeah, good evening, Jim, and everybody on the net. I've been running around the room here a little bit. I got a new dryer and washer, and it's got auto sensing, and thank heavens for that, because my temperature was getting hotter in the water. Nothing I did, nothing I ever did would work, so I just started pressing any old button, and the stupid thing started working, so it must auto sense that I was getting angry with it, so it come on. But anyway, I've been waiting all day, and they come right at the end of the day, so tomorrow I don't know what I'm going to do. Tonight I'm doing a couple washes with the new washer and dryer, and man, can't that thing spin when it comes time to spin the water out. I thought she's going to fly up like a helicopter and fly right off the floor, but anyway, and Jim, I don't know what happened. I think the AEH is not sending the signal out at all or very good from on our digital system. There was a guy called in today from Australia, and I think his call sign, I don't know if you know him or not, but I felt bad that I couldn't speak to him. I tried, but he couldn't hear nothing from me. Said I was all garbled, and he's coming in 100%, so I got a feeling it's AEH going out. But anyway, I think his name is Erwin, Eric Irwin or something I wrote down here. VK3 Echo Whiskey Foxtrot. But anyway, I don't know. He did say where he was from, but I really want to say hello to him. And he tried 4 times. I could hear everything he said exactly on our link system, but when I talked to him, nothing went through. What he could hear was garbled, so there's something I'm going to guess is maybe wrong with the digital side of AEH. So could you pass that on to Lauren for me sometime? And everybody have a real good day. And anyway, I got to get back to my washing, I guess, and drying. So thanks for calling me in. Hope everybody has a good time. And tonight and celebrating if they got their shots. And I got a couple more weeks before I get mine, so then I'll be doing some celebrating. I'm going to have a big cup of coffee and a big cupcake. 7 trees.
Yeah, okay, very good, Don. Good on the second shot there, and good luck with that. And by the way, I was going to mention that to you. Now, you were fine. You were absolutely fine in the repeater, and I was hearing him fine. So I don't know. I think it was more on his end, Don. So don't worry about it. You were coming in fine. I was monitoring you guys there this morning. There, I just happened to turn it on, and you were in the middle of a conversation with him there. So yeah, don't worry about it because you were coming in fine there. So I think it was more on his end there, but anyways, no problem at all there. Thanks, Don, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening there. Let's go over to Pugwash Junction, VE1DR, VE1JBL. Go ahead, Bob. VE1DR, VE1JBL. You're up, Bob. Go ahead. Oh, he may have got somebody on the phone or something. Let's move on to Ron, VE1VVB, VE1JBL. Come on in, Ron.
V1JBL, V1BBB. Well, good evening there, Jim, and sorry, I had a brain fart there. Good evening to Don, and good evening to Bob. Something must have come up there. I'll give him a call on the landline, make sure he's okay. But good evening to all those on the Maritime Fusion net, and I don't have any traffic other than it's 21 degrees outside and it's 21 degrees inside with my heat pump. Hi. Anyway, you're doing a great job, Jim. Thanks for calling me. And VE1JVL, this is VE1VVV.
Okay, very good, Ron. Yeah, if you give him a call, I'll put him on the bottom of the list here anyways, and I'll give him another call once I get to the bottom of the list here. So, very good. Okay, thanks, Ron. Have yourself a great evening there. Let's get out to Parsbro, VE1ZX, VE1JBL. Come on in, Brad.
V1JBL with the Fusion net, V1 Zulu X-ray. Very good evening, Jim. Very good evening to everybody on frequency here. And I did get your last minute email there. Hi, but I just had it just about switched over. I was a little late getting going here tonight there for some reason. Was late getting supper over, Jim. Spent the day, most of the day on the pool deck here. But the wind come up and it's cooled down here. It's down to 20 right now. So I think a bit of rain tomorrow. So, and the rest of the week I don't think looks that great. Thanks, Jim, for doing the net, and thanks for checking me in. V1 JBL from V1 Zulu X-ray.
Yeah, okay, very good, Brad. I'm glad you had a good day there. I got the lawn mowed today, and I actually went up and cleaned out the chimney at the cabin here. So and it didn't fall off the roof. So I guess that I'm on the air, I didn't fall off the roof. So anyways, we got that all done. I always like to get that done on a nice day there. So that's another big chore done for the summer there already now for next winter. We don't want it to come too soon though. Thanks, Brad, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening there. Let's go into Amherst, VE1MY, VE1JBL on the western end suburbs of Amherst. Go ahead, Mike.
Good evening, Jim. V1JBL, VE1MY. Not much going on out here in the western. We're getting a little wind and it's starting to cloud over, so we might get a little bit of liquid sunshine. Anyway, Jim, no further traffic. We'll talk to you later, VE1MY.
VE1MY, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Mike. Thanks very much for coming in there, and we'll be talking to you for sure. 7-3 for now. And last but not least, Derek. And what a stranger. I don't know if you've been working or if you've been camping or if you've been, I'm not sure what's going on. VE1WX, VE1JBL. Come on in. VE1WX, VE1WX, VE1JBL. You're up, Derek.
VE1BBB on a recheck, Jim.
W1 GBL in the Maritime Fusion at VE1WX. Well, to answer the question there, Jim, all of the above. Good evening to all on frequency. 23 degrees, and we're on the VE1WRG Wires X node there at home, our personal node. So just a beautiful evening. Had a lovely barbecue supper there tonight, so we're just about to head out for a walk and go for ice cream, of course, one of our traditional things we do here. And not a bad evening. I got the windows here open now, and beautiful wind coming through, and just loving the evening. So we'll say good evening, and thanks for doing the net, and hi to all the kind-hearted, good amateurs out there. Take care. 7-3, VE1 Whiskey X-Ray.
VE1WX, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Derek. Good on everything there, and yeah, good to hear you back on here, and good on the barbecue and ice cream coming up there. You'll love it. Thanks, Derek, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening there. VE1BBB. Go ahead, Ron.
It looks like he's on the phone there. The line has been busy for the last couple of minutes, so I think he's okay. I just wanted to pass that along. VE1JBL, this is VE1BBB on monitor.
Okay, very good, Ron. What I'll do is next on the second round of Nova Scotia, I'll put him in there and see if we can pick him up there. Okay, thanks, Ron, for doing that. Appreciate it there. Have yourself a great evening. Okay, that's the first round of PEI and the first round of Nova Scotia. So let's go to the first round of the province of New Brunswick, where there is no cases of COVID for, I think this is 8 or 9 days, no cases. So congratulations to the province of New Brunswick there. Okay, stations from New Brunswick. I'd like to check into the Maritime Fusion at, come on aboard.
Victor Echo 9, Whiskey Charlie Lima. Victor Echo 9, Bravo Oscar Foxtrot. Victor Echo 9, Charlie Golf Lima. Victor Echo 9, Charlie Golf Lima. Victor Echo 9, Charlie Uniform Bravo.
Victor Echo 9, Papa India November, VE9, PIN.
Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor, VE9.
Okay, that's a good start from New Brunswick. I'll tell you who I have here. I have VE9 Whiskey Charlie Lima, VE9 Bravo Oscar Foxtrot, VE9 Charlie Golf Lima, VE9 Charlie Uniform Bravo, VE9 Papa Indian November, and VE9 Mike Tango Victor. Who did I miss from the province of New Brunswick? Come on in.
Victor Echo 1, November Alpha Tango, Victor Echo 1, November Alpha Tango.
Okay, we got you, Danley, at the tail end there, so let's go to the top of the list here. Wayne, VE9 WCL and Shediac. Come on in.
Good evening, Jim. It's nice talking to you. Thank you for calling my name. And I got no traffic. Everything's regular down here. We didn't have any electricity all day, but now we do, and everything's doing well. And other than that, I want to say 7-3 to everybody that can hear me, and have a nice weekend. So this is Victor Echo 9, Whiskey Charlie Lima.
VE9 WCL, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Wayne. Thanks very much for taking part there tonight, and have yourself a great evening at 7-3 for now. Let's go to Member Cook. Bob, VE9 VOF, VE1 JBL.
VE1 JBL and the Fusion Net, VE9 Bravo Oscar Foxtrot. Not too much to add tonight. Getting kind of overcast, but still a gentle breeze blowing. Looks like we're going to get some rain there a little later on. VE9 Bravo Oscar Foxtrot, we're clear.
Okay, very good, Bob. Thanks very much for taking part there tonight, and 7-3. Have yourself a great evening there. VE9 CGL, VE1 JBL. Good evening, Jermaine. How's things up in St. Andre?
VE1 GBL, VE9 CGL. Good evening, Jim, and everybody else on the Maritime Fusion Net. In San Andre, it's cooling down. It's 19 degrees, starting to rain a little bit. And that's about it. 7-3 all around, and stay safe. From VE9, Charlie Golf Lima.
Okay, very good, Jermaine. Thanks very much for taking part. And yeah, I didn't really realize. I've been busy today. I never got the weather that much. I wasn't even thinking about any rain. So everybody keeps saying we're supposed to get a little rain. So, but anyways, thanks very much for coming in. Have yourself a great evening there. Let's go into Mountain Dawn, VE9 CUB. Come on.
Victor Echo 1 JBL. This is Victor Echo 9 Charlie Uniform Bravo. Good evening, Jim, and good evening to everybody on the net here. No real traffic, just a say hi and a check in. And with that, I hope everybody has a good week and a safe week. So with that, Jim, I'll give it back to you. Victor Echo 1 JBL. This is Victor Echo 9 Charlie Uniform Bravo. 73 to all, and thanks, Jim, for doing the net and calling me in.
VE9 CUB, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Don. No problem at all there. Thank you very much for taking part there tonight, and have yourself a great week there for sure. Okay, let's go up to Edmundston, and of course, we all know that the northern part of New Brunswick there, they had a very hard time with COVID here over the last few months here. Everything was shut down there for quite a while there, but everything seems to be on the up and up, and no cases or anything. So that's great. That's for sure. VE9 PIN, VE1 JBL. Come on in, Bert.
Good evening, everyone. I'll try to do this fast because I've got another ham waiting for parts there in front of my door, and I got out of the shower not too long ago and got dressed and doing the net also. We did, me and Natalie over the weekend, something very, very joyful, very funny. We went across New Brunswick for the four corners of New Brunswick, took pictures and everything, and then we did at the same time the 19 big things in New Brunswick. But every province in Canada, you can just visiting big things in Nova Scotia or PEI in New Brunswick. So it's pictures that you take of, hey, we went to St. Andrews. Well, St. Andrews was a part of the Algonquin was a part of the four corners of New Brunswick. And the Miscou Island Lighthouse also was a corner of New Brunswick. But the others is like a farmer made of wood. In Kedgewick, it's a lumberman with a big axe and a big saw. And all kinds of stuff like that. There, Shediac is the big lobster, and so on and so on. So check that out if you don't have much to do on the weekend. go do that. It's very interesting, and you get to meet for the things there, and you ask questions to people, and we visited houses, talked to a guy who had an old pickup truck, and it was fun. Anyway, that's for that. So if you want to, it's almost like a fox hunt. Yeah. 7-3, so all a pleasant evening and a good week, and I'll be monitoring on the side. VE9TIL.
VE9PIN, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Bert. Good on everything there, and good on the... I always said that Amherst should have a big, giant mosquito. That's what we should have. They were right on that Tanamar Marsh there, and that's what we should have here is a great, big, giant mosquito. But anyways, I don't see anything as of yet. We've got big, giant mosquitoes, but not the size that I'm looking for. Anyways, thanks, Bert, for everything there. And yes, Biscuit Isle, that's where I want to get up to. I want to go camping up there. So maybe one of these years we'll get up there and do some camping. I've often wanted to get up there, so we're gonna try and get up there sometime to go do some camping for a few days up there. Anyways, thanks Bert for coming in. Glad you guys had a great time there, and we'll talk to you again there. 7-3 for now. In the mountain or in the Irish town, VE9 Mike Tango Victor, VE1JBL. Come on in, Mike.
Yeah, VE1 JBL with the Maritime Fusion at VE9 MTV. Good evening, Jim. Good evening to everybody on the net. Good evening to Bert there and Natalie coming up. And everybody else. Yeah, very good, nice day there. And good temperature. I kind of like that temperature. It's not too warm, not too cold, and not too muggy, but I guess next few days is going to be a lot more muggy here from what I looked at the weather there. And today I got a dual band mobile antenna that I had ordered a couple of months ago. So I switched that over. I had a quad band antenna on my vehicle, and I didn't like it because it had a lot more picket fencing. So I'm going to try just a two dual band one and see if it helps that out. And I checked the SWR and everything on it. It's just about the same as the other one. A little bit better, I guess. But yeah, for sure, the quad band is sort of a compromise because it covers, I think it's 2 meters, 220, 440, and it was 350 to 390, but we don't have any frequencies out there. So I had the 7900 there, the QYT 7900 quad band in the vehicle. So small radio, but don't use the 220 too much for sure. Anyway, Jim, have a good net. You did twice in the control there in 2 weeks in a row. I guess it's my turn next week there, so I think the 21st, yeah. Yeah, I'm on for the next net there, so we shall talk to you all later. Have a good week, everybody. Stay safe. 7-3, VE1JBL, VE9MTV.
Yeah, okay, very good, Mike. Good on everything there. Thanks very much for checking in. And yeah, I just happened to be in the shack here too when the phone call came in, and Robert says, I need you to do a great big favor. I said, what's that, Robert? He says, I'm out on my motorcycle. He said, I forgot all about it. I said, okay, no problem at all. We can cover you there. So anyways, I don't blame him for being out on the motorcycle, that's for sure. So anyways, okay, Mike, thanks very much for coming in. Have yourself a great evening there. We'll be chatting with you. Let's go back up to Edmonton, VE1NAT, VE1JBL, and Emily. And I hear you had a nice trip there. Go ahead.
Yes, we had a real nice trip. More than 1,700 kilometers in 3 days. So it was really quick, but really interesting. We visited some places that I didn't go before, so it was really nice. Next time, it will be better if you do it in more than 3 days. Hi. but it was really nice, and I lived some really interesting support for everyone, Mike, and yeah. Do you want anything?
VE1 NAT, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Natalie. You got most of that. It started to fade out there near the end there. But anyways, we got most of that, and thanks very much for coming in. Sure do appreciate it there, and have yourself a great week there. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that is the first round of the province of New Brunswick. So we've done one round of everything. Let's before we start the second round, let's call in a bit of any international stations. Anybody from outside the Maritimes? Anybody from outside the Maritimes? I would like to check into the Maritime Fusion. This is your time. Come on in.
Victor Kilo 4, Kilo Uniform.
Okay, I got Ray, VK4KU. Anybody else from outside the Maritimes? Anybody else from outside the Maritimes that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion? Come on in. Okay, I see Steve connected, but he must be busy there. So anyways, we'll get him later on there. Ray, very good morning. I guess it's morning over there, 8:45, I guess, over there in the morning. So welcome to the Maritime Fusion at VK4KU from VE1JBL. Come on in.
Yeah, VE1JBL, VK4KU. My name is Ray, Romeo Alpha Yankee. I was listening before about mosquitoes. About 50 years ago, I lived in New Guinea for a year working there, and we used to use the reinforcing steel they put in concrete, which was, I don't know, quarter of an inch diameter with a mesh with 2 or 3 inch gaps around square to keep the mosquitoes out. And you had to make sure your cats and dogs were locked up. Otherwise, they picked them up and carried them away. Yeah, 2 degrees from the equator, and the mosquitoes were good fun. And so was the malaria, spending time in the hospital. Apart from that, all's well here, Jim. Just about to go shopping. As you say, it's just after 8:45 in the morning, so having our coffee and we're out the door. Thanks for taking the net, Jim, and good evening to everybody, and it's a good morning from here, 4KU 73.
Yeah, okay, very good, Ray. Yeah, good on everything there, and get your shopping done there for sure, and have yourself a great morning. Have another coffee, and then off you go there. So very good. Yeah, we have lots of mosquitoes here, lots of mosquitoes. And the town of Amherst actually is right on the border with New Brunswick there, and of course the border between New Brunswick and Nova Scotia is one huge marsh, the Tannenberg Marsh they call it, and it goes on for kilometers and kilometers. So there's a lot of breeding area for mosquitoes, that's for sure. Anyways, Ray, thanks very much for taking part, and have yourself a good morning over there. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, let's start the second round. So second round, we'll begin with PEI. Any stations from Prince Edward Island that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion at 1 in. Well, everybody's out enjoying the evening on the island. I don't blame them at all. Okay, let's go to Nova Scotia. Second round of Nova Scotia stations. I'd like to check into the Maritime Fusion at 1 in.
Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot Oscar X-Ray.
And I think it's going to be a slow night tonight there. I've got you, Curtis, VE1FOX. Anybody else from Nova Scotia? Any other stations from Nova Scotia that'd like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net? Come on in. Well, Curtis, the floor is yours, and you're sounding good. You must be back to good health there. You're back to your old sound on the radio there. VE1FOX, VE1JBL. Come on in.
VE1JBL with the Maritime Fusion Net. Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot, Oscar X-ray here in 3 Mile Plains. Good evening to you, Jim. Good evening to all the other operators been on there, and the gentleman from Australia did sounding super fine into the net this evening there. Boys, yes, I feel a lot better, Jim. I just got a couple more things I got to get looked after, and after that, I'll be fit as a fiddle. So there we go. Aaron always we try to get in on the first round, but we're a little slack there, I guess. But anyway, we figured we sit back and wait for second round. So I didn't think I'd be all by myself, lonely at the bottom here. But anyway, that's all right, Jim. As you say, we got the floor to ourselves, and we can do what we want. Aye, aye. Anyway, the day, oh my soul, the day's been so warm. The last couple of days anyway, sis. So this rain's coming, we definitely can use it. The ground's so darn wet there, dry, it's terrible. So we're holding right at 22 degrees right now, and 31, I think, somewhere around this afternoon there was the temperature here. So right now the sky looks more like mackerel, or what you want to call it, bluish gray, and very little breeze out there. That's what makes the day fine. If you got a breeze, you can be with that heat. Anyways, that's about it, Jim. And again, yeah, we're feeling great, and that's the way I want to feel great. So, with that, thanks for bringing me into the Maritime Fusion Net, and we'll give it back to you. You have a great day, and the rest of the week of here. And if it gets wet, it gets wet, and I don't mind that a bit. So, VE1 JBL with the Maritime Fusion Net. Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot, Oscar X-ray here in 3 Mile Plains. 70, back to you, Jim. Have a great evening.
VE1FOX, VE1JBL. Very good, Curtis. Thanks very much for everything there, and good on the possible rain coming in here, and good on the health there. Yes, and I've also heard you on the HF side there, also talking to the guys there on off the Maritime Net there. But anyways, yeah, you're sounding good, and you sound quite chipper, so that's good. Thanks, Curtis, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening, and hope to hear you again next week on the net there. Okay, before we go to New Brunswick, let's go. I'm going to call in Bob down in Pugwash Junction, see if he's back in there. VE1DR, VE1 Delta Romeo, VE1JBL. You on frequency there, Bob? And nothing heard from VE1DR. So let's move on to New Brunswick. Second round from the province of New Brunswick. Anybody like to check in from the province of New Brunswick? This is your time. Come on in.
VE1 OL, VE1 Oscar Lima.
Okay, I got you, Aubrey, VE1OL. Anybody else from New Brunswick? Anybody else would like to check in from the province of New Brunswick? Come on in. Okay, Aubrey, just like Curtis, the floor is yours. Come on in.
Yeah, okay, hi, Jim, and hello to Curtis. Curtis, you're sounding just great. Nice to hear you're back in good health there, or getting there. Nothing to report here, Jim. Just wanted to call in and say hello to everybody, and thanks for doing the net. And I hope to hear you on here later, maybe, and also Friday night on the Fredericton net. So I'll say 73s and
turn it back to you. VE1 OL.
VE1OL, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Aubrey. Good on everything there. Thanks very much for checking in there tonight, and have yourself a great evening there. Okay, any other stations from the province of New Brunswick? Any other stations from the province of New Brunswick? Over. Okay, with that, we're going to open it up. We've done 2 rounds of everybody, so let's open it up to anybody, anywheres that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net before we close. Anybody, anywheres, come on in.
Victor Alpha 1, Mike Romeo Tango, VA1 MRT.
Boy, everybody coming in one at a time. That makes it easier on the net controller, that's for sure. Okay, I've got Matt, VA1 MRT. Anybody else from anywheres that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net? Come on in. Okay, Matt, the floor is yours, and I see you're working on note number 4. So you must have quite a system there. Note number 4, VA1 MRT, VE1 JBL. Come on in.
V1 JBL, VA1 MRT. Yeah, this is node number 4. I had to set up the radio that I had in the shop connected to the HRI 200 that decided to let the smoke out, I guess. Didn't want to work anymore, so when I was talking to you the other day, it was working fine with the SCU20 cable, but then the Wires X server kicked me out, so it's like, well, I know what the cause of this is. I had to go in and register that the new 300 in the shop I'm using as the node around here. So I had the HRI 200 as my first node, the FT3D as my second, the rig in my truck here is the third, and now the shop radio that I'm talking to you through here now as the fourth. So yeah, we got quite the setup going on here. Oh my, what a racket. But yeah, other than that, Jim, not too much going on. Just kind of hopped in the truck here, was just doing a bit of mowing, and heard you giving a shout out for the last call, so I thought I'd get in here. Other than that, I'm not going to hold her any longer. Finish a few things. Well, I got some daylight left, so we'll say 73 for now. Yeah, one MRT. Thanks, Jim.
VE1 MRT, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Matt. Good on everything there. Yeah, that sounds like a great setup. Now, the HRI 200, that broke down, and I did see a tweet today that you must have contacted Radio World, and there was a 3-year warranty on that QSL.
Yeah, QSL on that, Jim. I emailed Radio World, and I told them what was going on, and they told me there is a 3-year warranty on Yaesu products. So I got a hold of their service, and we got everything situated what they wanted, and shipped it off to them, and they're going to send it directly to Yaesu. So fingers crossed, we'll see what happens if we get her back or not. Or never know, I'll make it a new one.
Yeah, okay, very good, Matt. Yeah, I wasn't sure when we were chatting. I wasn't sure if the HRI 200 was covered under that or not. I know all the Fusion radios were, and the repeater was. And I said, I just said, well, we might as well try because it's part of the Fusion. So, and I'm glad it is here. So, good stuff. Okay, Matt, very good. Thanks very much, Jim, for coming in as always, and have yourself a great evening there. We'll be chatting with you. Okay, with Matt is the bottom of the list there, and it is just past 8 o'clock here. So looks like we've just got an hour here. So any other late check-ins to the Maritime Fusion? Come on in. And with that silence, we're going to make this the last call. This will be the last call for the Maritime Fusion Net for July the 14th. Last call for the Maritime Fusion Net. Now or never. Come on in. And with that silence, we will close the Maritime Fusion Net. Let me see, what did we have? It looks like 32 check-ins for the Maritime Fusion Net tonight. We want to, of course, thank all the amateurs for checking in tonight. We also want to thank the owners of the repeaters and the nodes who linked in tonight to help us expand the area for local hams to check in. A recap of the net will be sent out to all members via email. For more information about the Maritime Fusion Net, go to the Moncton Area ARC website at www.maarc.ca. That's www.mikealpha.ca. And click on Club Activities, and then you'll see nets. Now that the net is concluded, the CQ Maritimes room is now open for general use. This is Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima. My name is Jim, located in Tignish Bridge, Nova Scotia. Signing off. Good night, all.